Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have been tagged by Makeup by Jazz to do the Ride or Die makeup tag, and I'll leave her video a link down below so you can go check hers out as well. Now this tag was apparently created by Jaclyn Hill as far as I know, so kudos to Jaclyn Hill for this. So basically, if you don't know what the Ride or Die makeup tag is, it is where you basically tell people all of your Ride or Die makeup products, you can only choose one. But I'm going to be doing it a little bit differently today. So I'm going to be telling you all of my Ride or Dies, and I'm going to be telling you some drugstore dupes. If I don't have a dupe for that product, then I just simply won't say anything. But I want this to be kind of like good for everybody, so if you want to go out and get some of these products, you are able to go out and get the high-end products or the drugstore products. So yeah, I haven't actually seen anyone do this, but I'm actually going to be applying the products onto my face as I talk about them and tell you the products, and I might be using some of the drugstore products as well. Okay, let's get straight into it. Okay, so let's start off with the eyebrows. So this is the first thing I wanted to talk about, and this is the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. So it's got a little spoolie on one side, and on the other side it's got like a little gel thing. I don't know how to explain it. So basically what I like to do is I just go through my brows, and this just kind of like adds like a bit of texture and a bit of color. So you can basically just create a whole new shape with this product. So as you can see, I've just filled in my whole entire brow just using this product, and in my opinion that looks pretty good. So that was my favorite brow pencil. Now for the next thing, this is my favorite brow sort of, I don't know what it's called, like hair dye brow thingo. This is called Gimmie Brow from Benefit. Basically all you do is you take the little wand out and just flick it through your eyebrow hairs, and it more or less tints them, and like if you have any blonde strays hanging around that you don't want, it just covers them up quite nicely. Next thing I wanted to talk about is concealer. Now I love a good high strength industrial strong high coverage concealer, and one of my favorite concealers, if I had to choose one, I love Urban Decay, I love the Too Faced Born This Way, I love the NARS Radiant Creamy, but if I had to choose, it would definitely be the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and this is in the shade NC15. I love this to carve out my eyebrows underneath and use as an eyeshadow base. I know years ago Jaclyn Hill used to use it as an eyeshadow base. I don't know if she still does, but ever since then, that's what I've been using. And if I had to choose a concealer that was drugstore for my Ride or Die makeup tag, it would be the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and either the shade 10 Light or 15 Fair. Now you guys knew it was coming, my all-time favorite primer, and I don't have a dupe for this. If you guys know a dupe, leave a comment down below. But my all-time favorite primer is the Benefit Professional. This is a maxi size of this, and I'm almost out and I'm so devo. Basically what this does is it fills in all your pores and blurs the whole surface, and it also feels so smooth, and it also feels really, really good. Now in my opinion, this is quite a pricey product, but honestly, it's worth it. If you have large pores that you want to like fill in, once you put that foundation over the top, it's just whew. By the way, if you guys are wondering why my eyes look really weird, I just scrubbed my eyes to get all this mascara off, and now they're really bloodshot and weird, so yeah, save it in the comments. Now this was so hard to do because I have two foundations that I love, but I've only just recently discovered this. I've known about it for a long time, but I've never tried it. This is the Makeup Forever this is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, and this is in the shade, I don't know, but it's for when I'm very, very tan, so I'm going to be using this today and showing you. And if I had to choose a drugstore, it's not a dupe, but if I had to choose a foundation that I really, really liked that was drugstore, it would be the L'Oreal Pro Infallible. This stuff is also really, really good, and it's very matte. So if you have oily skin, hit up this foundation. Basically what I like to do with this foundation is I just get it straight on a foundation brush, and I just paint my entire face with it. This foundation is also super duper high coverage. It's very buildable in my opinion. As you can see, that kind of matches my tan, or I make it work by the end. It's very like, this color is very orange based. I'm just gonna say it's orange based, but once you've highlighted and contour and everything, it all comes together in my opinion. Then what I do is I just take my damp beauty blender and I just blend this out to perfection. Now, I don't know if this is against the rules or whatever, but I'm just gonna pop in another drugstore product that I really do like. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Porcelain. This is also very, very cheap, very affordable. It's even cheaper than the Maybelline concealer, and you can get this off a website called Lady Moss. I'll leave the link down below because I know people are going to ask me where I get it from. Don't buy them off eBay because they're probably fake and you'll probably burn your face off. So I like to cake the shit out of my face in this, especially when I've got such a dark foundation on, I really need to highlight the areas a lot. Then once again, I just take my damp beauty blender and blend that all out. And I would say the coverage of this is super good in my opinion, but I always put too much on my nose. So my nose highlight goes halfway down my fucking face. Now I thought I'd never say this in a million years and let my S-Fun powder by Cody down, but I have found my true holy grail ride or die baking translucent powder. This is the RCMA No Colour Powder. I've used this in a lot of tutorials and a lot more tutorials to come. This is a great product to bake with under your eyes. Apparently it leaves a bit of a white cast, which I can knock that back with banana powder and just wipe off that product perfectly so there is no, you know, flashback or white cast under there, but it gives you a really nice strong highlight underneath your eyes. Basically what I do is I just pack it on underneath my eyes as so, a very, very generous amount, and just down into like a triangle shape here. Now, my all-time favorite foundation powder, guys, you knew it was coming. This is the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder in the shade Medium Tan. Now I use this in a lot of different shades, depends if I'm tan or if I'm not tan, and I also like to use it on my clients as well. And if I had to choose a high-end powder that was my favorite, it would be the NARS Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Beach. It's quite a yellow tone. I only use this when I am pale. So I just like to take the Fresh and Flawless powder on a big fluffy brush and just pat it all into my skin. Now this foundation powder is super high coverage. People say that it's a dupe for the MAC Studio Fix Powder Foundation, and I think it's just as good. I tried it years and years ago, the Studio Fix Foundation powder stuff, and I think it's just as good, to be honest. So this is around $15 Australian. You can get it in Priceline, Chemist Warehouse, all those sorts of places, and honestly it's just the best thing that's ever happened to me. Like, it mattifies, it sets, it's got full coverage, and it's extremely cheap. My all-time favorite bronzer would have to be MAC's Gimmie Sun. This is stunning. It is perfect for when you are tan. If you're more on the pale side, I wouldn't recommend it because it might come up a little bit orange on you, as it does on me. I don't actually have a dupe for this product or a drugstore bronzer that I really like good enough to put in this video, so we'll just stick with the MAC Gimmie Sun. So I just like to take this on a big fluffy brush and just run it all over my face. On the areas where I'm going to contour, I'm not actually contouring with it, but I'm just running it all over the areas of my face where I will be contouring afterwards, because the more powder you put down, the better it's going to blend. Now, my all-time favorite contour, some people might think it's overrated. Personally, I don't think it is. I've loved this for many, many years and many more years to come. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit in the shade Light. I love this so much. As you can see, this shade here and this shade here are clearly my favorites. I've just started using this shade here and this shade here, so I'm yet to play with them a little bit more. Generally, what I do is I just mix these two shades here together, and then I just contour away my face. These blend so nicely and they're not muddy in any way. They also, I think they come in 3 different shades. There's light, medium, and dark. So for all different skin tones, which is perfect. Okay guys, time for my favorite blush. Now I have 2 to show you because one is a drugstore and one is high-end, I think. I don't know, I think it's considered high-end. My high-end one is a Makeup Geek's blush in the shade Romance. This is a beautiful, peachy, glowy, and it's got a bit of a sheen to it, which I love, on the cheek area. And then on the drugstore side, we have Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. This is also fucking beautiful. It's one of Jaclyn Hill's favorites. Just gotta say that because everything Jaclyn Hill gets, I get. And to be honest, they're both pretty similar. I think this one's just a little bit lighter and they both have sheen to them as well. So I think that's what I like in a blush. I like blushes that aren't too pink and more on the peachy, orangey, iridescent-y sort of side. Time for my favorite highlighter. Now this, guys, this was so hard to choose because I'm trying so many new highlighters at the moment, but I thought I'd just stick to my guns and, you know, show you guys the one that I always go back to, regardless of what the situation is. This is a Champagne Pop from Becca. This is the Jaclyn Hill collaboration. This has gone literally worldwide. When this first came out, everyone went crazy. I didn't get it for a long time until after it came out because I was just like, it's just another one of those overrated things. But no, it's actually so good. It's got like a champagne-y colour to it. And then a drugstore one that I also love, and I've had this for so many years. This is the Mary Luminizer from the Balm. You might be thinking, this isn't fucking drugstore. They sell it in Target now, so technically in Australia it's drugstore. So yeah, they used to sell it in David Jones. I don't think they do anymore. I think it's come down to the, you know, the Target level. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but whatever. So I'm just dipping into Champagne Balm and just popping that on my cheeks. Now this was so hard to do and I'm tossing up between my Makeup Geek Z palette or this, but I just thought I would choose this because it's an eyeshadow palette, not like one that I made myself. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This is me in a fucking palette. This is gorgeous. This has like oranges, pinks, you got your warm tones, you got your transitions, you got your highlights, you got your eyelid colors, you've got everything. It is just stunning. It is so nice. You've got a red one here. It's so pretty. Now, my most favorite eyeliner that I've ever used is the Maybelline Studio Gel Liner in the shade Blackest Black. This takes a little while to dry, so it's great to smudge down on your lower lash line or if you're doing a smoky wing or anything like that. Now, it's time to choose my favorite mascara. I have chosen the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This stuff is so volumizing, so good, doesn't make your lashes clumpy, and it's super, super black. Now, if I had to choose a drugstore one, it would be the L'Oreal Carbon Black Mascara. This isn't available to buy in Australia. You can only get this on like eBay and like other sites like that because it is like an exclusively American thing. But I know a lot of the Kardashians, makeup artists use this, a lot of celebrity makeup artists use this, and Jaclyn Hill. Okay guys, now it's time for my favorite banana powder. Now, if you've been watching my tutorials for a while, you would know that I love the Ofra banana powder. I don't know what it is about this banana powder, but it's just so pigmented. Like, it doesn't look it in person, but like when it goes on the skin, it just brightens up everything completely, and it looks amazing. Normally I do this before my highlight, but I just didn't for the sake of the video. And it just looks so nice, and I love to pack it on. Now, it's so hard to choose eyelashes, but if I had to, I would either choose Lily Ghalichi lashes in the style Miami or Sofia Asapuro, and these are in the style Sophia. I use these in a lot of my tutorials. I get sent a lot of lashes from like Instagram companies, not Instagram companies, but like a lot of lash brands on Instagram contact me and want to send me lashes, so I get to try out a fuckload of lashes. Another one is also Billion Lashes, but it's just so hard to choose. But if I had to, it would definitely be Lily Ghalichi lashes, 100%. While we're on the topic of lashes, I would just like to say my favorite lash glue ever is House of Lashes Black Lash Glue. They also have a clear glue too, but I'm not too sure where it is. Actually, it's right here. This is what the clear one looks like. They are so great. They don't rip your lashes out. The staying power is so strong, and they are also latex free. So that means that it dries quite fast, so you don't have to wait for the ends to stick up, and it's just so convenient, especially when you're in a rush. Okay guys, this was literally the hardest part of this video, was to choose my favorite liquid lipstick brand. This is a Dose of Colors. This is in the color Stone. Their formula is the most non-drying, non-cracking, most moisturizing. It doesn't transfer. You can eat 10 dinner boxes and nothing will be off your lips. It is literally amazing. It is my all-time favorite. This was so hard to choose because I've got like 4 other brands that I'm obsessed with, but if I had to choose, it would definitely be this one. Now let's talk about my favorite lip liner. These are the only 2 that I've ever tried from Kylie Cosmetics. This is Candy K and Dolce K. I feel like this formula is so smooth, and it dries on the lips nicely as well. Like, it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't move as much as some other lip liners. This compared to MAC is amazing because the MAC's ones are so dry. So if you like a really dry lip liner but still pigmented and kind of easy to work with, then definitely MAC is for you. But these are just so smooth and pretty. I'm not going to put it on today because I like this lip color that I've got now. Now, my all-time favorite lip gloss would have to be ColourPop. They have so many nice glosses. They are so stunning. They're not too sticky. They're not too intense. And I love them. This is in the shade, I don't know. It's like a, I haven't actually used this one yet, but it's like a gleamy, kind of like iridescent shade. But I've got a lot of ColourPop glosses and they're all my favorite. I love them all dearly, and the formula is just great. Now, you guys knew it was coming. My favorite hydration spray is definitely the MAC Fix Plus. I just use this like after I've done my makeup to make it a bit more dewy, or before doing my highlights so my face is wet, my highlight shows up a little bit better. I just give my face a few squirts of it, or a lot. I've gone through so many bottles of this, and seriously I need to get more because it is literally my favorite thing ever. And last but not least, my all-time favorite setting spray is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I use this on me, my friends, or my clients. I go through this like I eat McDonald's. It's ridiculous, but I love it so much. It's hands down one of the best. So that is the end of my ride or die makeup tag. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If I've forgotten anything, I'm literally going to cry when I'm editing this. I don't think I have. I'm pretty sure I've covered all bases. All the products that I mentioned today will be listed down below next to the drugstore products if I did mention them. And if you're a YouTuber and you've just finished watching this and you're at this point, I tag you to do this makeup tag because I think it's kind of fun, and the way that I've done it is kind of different from everybody else. I haven't seen anyone do this, but if they have, I'm sorry. I didn't invent it, but I mean, I just kind of thought of to do this, so yeah. Anyway guys, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for almost 80,000 subscribers. We are getting so close. That means the world to me. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! So, hello!